Hello everyone, Mimikins here. Today's video I'm going to look at the updates and new features coming in Monster Hunter World over the next few months. The recent developer diary was titled as The Final Stand. I already felt a little apprehensive about watching the stream as The Final Stand sounded very much like a finale to a much loved game. This was a bittersweet moment for me. As much as I wanted to see Fatalis introduced into the game, there were so many other monsters I'd have liked to have seen updated and added in. However, Monster Hunter is a large game and had consumed so many of my gaming hours, it was only natural that I wanted more, and would like to thank Capcom for all the free content they've provided in the last 2 and a bit years after its initial release. On the plus side of things, it means Capcom have moved their manpower over to a new project. With the next-gen consoles releasing this year, it could mean that a new Monster Hunter World 2 might be on the horizons in the years ahead. This will be our final free content update for Monster Hunter World, and Fatalis is a big finale. He is an extremely powerful dragon, and I had a hunch he was coming after seeing a world-style render of him on a Japanese website. I was blown away by the sheer size of him and his powerful presence. Capcom showed a trailer footage of this black dragon and he completely dwarfs the characters. I would have liked to have seen some in-game play as well, as sometimes expectations from cutscenes can be misleading. He comes with a whole new locale named Castle Shrade, complete with its own cannons and Dragonator, as well as other elements for hunters to play with. Not sure what those are yet. This feels like it's going to be a fun and epic fight. Along with Fatalis comes new armors, which they're not giving too much info on, set bonuses and such. But they say since it's a tough fight, they're keeping it secret, but go on to hint about certain skills having skill caps. So perhaps this set bonus may allow you to break the limit on these things. By far the best piece of new equipment is the Palico armor. Dee's so happy about how much effort they've put into this one. This armor can change your Palico into a mini Fatalis. The weapon has a lot of detail. It's a mini hunter with a greatsword. When the weapon is sheathed, it looks like a hunter has mounted the Palico. That is going to create some interesting fashion options for Dee. There's going to be an introduction of a new character who is a general leading the forces against Fatalis, as well as exploring excitable A-listers past. I've always wondered why in Monster Hunter World we don't know their names. I mean, the handler has been dealing with my missions for the last 2 years, but I still don't know her, and call her the handler. The Clutch Claw is going to have a new skill called Clutch Claw Boost. This allows the Clutch Claw to drop slinger ammo and be tenderized in just one hit, regardless of your weapon type. This is something that will need to be worn in some form, as the developers talk about needing space in your build. This is a welcome skill for me, as tenderizing twice on some weapons per body part was quite time consuming, especially if it had a long animation. Capcom are also making the wounds inflicted last longer. All the layered armor sets will finally become unlocked with this update, meaning you will finally be able to wear what you want. Capcom are adding in ways to meld decorations. As we can see here, some rare jewels such as Shield Jewel, which is Guard Up, and Mind's Eye Jewel, which only took me a year of playing before I finally got one, can now be made through melding. They also adjusted the face stones to have a higher drop rate from level 3 tempered monsters, as well as having an increased chance of being appraised as high rarity decos. So probably best to save those trips to the Elder Melder until after this update for a chance at rarer decorations. They are also adding in new jewels altogether, the Diversion, Acrobat and Shaver. There's also going to be new additions to charms. The Shaver, Earplugs 5, that's full earplugs from just the charm slot, Masters level 5, Critical level 3, Exploiter level 3 and Handicraft Charm 5. Deco rewards are also being added to the Steamworks. I have a guide on the channel for fast fuel farming if you want to stock up for the update. New squad cards and guild card designs are being added. There's also new add-on content coming in the form of pendants. Capcom will also be adding these as room decor as well. Most of these are paid for content. A new fest will also be happening in October. This one looks very creepy, perfect for Halloween. There's a whole new host of weird armors to collect. I like the male armor the best out of these. However, the handler always seems to be wearing a costume I'd like to add to my collection. The Palico has a cute Frankenstein outfit to collect as well. I'm really excited for this vest. Leading up to the update, Capcom will be releasing special event quests in a battle area called Celiana Supply Cache. This was an underutilized arena which was available for one short assignment and never used again. So it's nice that they've gone back to revisit this content and make it more readily available for hunters. We also have Arch-Tempered Velkana coming as an event quest. I'm glad they also revisited the flagship monster of Iceborne to conclude the expansion content, and I'm curious what new mechanics might be involved. I would have liked this to be more a permanent feature rather than event, as it limits access to players who may be busy with work or school that can't log in during the event period. Capcom has said that although this is the final major title update, they will still be adding in event quests for people to complete, so perhaps this isn't a complete end to the game, and although we won't see any major new monsters, we may see some updated elements. I for one would like to see some of the high rank monsters such as the Arch-Tempered Elders and Behemoth as master rank versions. Monster Hunter World is going out with a bang. I will be sad there'll be no more content updates for this game, however the Monster Hunter franchise will not be going anywhere. I suspect they're working on a new title for next gen consoles. I hope they'll make it even bigger and bring back more monsters that didn't quite make it into World. I will still make content for World. I think the game has a lot of replayability and there's so much to do already. I do have other games I want to play as well, and hopefully you guys might like to share them with me. Thanks for watching, please support the channel by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next time.